Okay, we're in. Well,
Yeah.
so here we are. We're in jolly old California, as you can see. Sunny California. California, as you can see. And you guys are in
Wales.
Yeah. Wales. Where's that? What's that?
Are they your license plates?
Coleman Bay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Colwyn Bay. Colwyn Bay. We're in LA, so that kind of matches, doesn't it? So it's LA versus Colwyn Bay. Here we go. So you want to know what I got?
License plates.
No.
Yeah.
Not those.
Actually, a pair is really good. So
yeah, pair. You can actually.
They're fairly new.
You can reuse those.
You can read. So I got
as long as they're cleared.
I got this.
Oh.
Okay, so it's a Cyclops.
Put it on your head.
No, it's really heavy. So it's actually cool. Any idea what it is?
Spotlight.
It's a kind of a spotlight of yes.
Yeah.
But it's a special spotlight. So I'm not supposed to tell you what it is, too, because I don't really know exactly what it is. But
it looks heavy.
It's very heavy.
Looks to me like it's one that they'd use in a theatre.
No.
In a theater.
It needs a good cleaning, but I'm not going to clean it. And this part here is very important. This bit at the back here.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
is there a motor in there?
Yes.
Does it turn
it
then?
Rotates and oscillates off of that. Okay.
So this moves.
Yeah. So that it doesn't spin round. It just.
Does it go in a whole circle?
Think of what's his name? Brown. What's his name?
What's his name?
James Brown.
James?
No, the other one. Fire. Oh.
Arthur. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
Crazy World.
Yeah, Crazy World. But anyway, there's nothing to do with him. But it's the word.
Fire.
No.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's off a fire truck.
I believe
a fire engine, as we would call it.
I believe that's what it is. So it goes on top and it swivels around and goes all over the place.
So that thing at the back, is that the motor?
Yeah, that makes it swivel all around, yeah. So it's highly desirable piece, very hard to find. I got it in a yard sale a couple of weeks ago.
Do you have any idea how old it is?
I was just going to ask that.
Well, it looks probably 50s, I think, something like that. Maybe somebody can tell us, right? I believe it came from Chevron. The Chevron oil company.
Oh, yeah.
From one of their fire trucks. The guy
so it would have been a private fire engine then?
Be their own fire service. I'm only hazarding the guess because the grandfather worked there and he had all kinds of stuff from there.
And they do have a private fire department.
Yes, look, see? It's our new friend now.
Right, is there a make on that?
There's no make on it, no. No make on it. No, that's it. That's all you get.
No markings at all.
That's all you get.
Only a
The guy
dent.
dragged it out of the shed. You said, "Are you interested in this?" I went, "Yeah, I guess so." I didn't know what it was actually when he brought it out. I said, "I'll give you $15 for it," and he went, "Take 20." I went, "Okay, sold."
There'll be some expert somewhere that knows exactly what make that is and model.
Yeah, so get out there and say, it's got maybe a 120 half cast on the bottom here.
Right. That could just be a casting mark, though, couldn't it?
It could be. Yeah, so I'll cast my fate to the wind, and let's see what you got.
Right.
Okay.
Go on.
Right.
I'll let Nikki do this one.
All right.
I haven't a clue what it is, but you being Americans, it probably seems like it's quite a common thing for you. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's one of those.
Is that a piece of French glass?
It's satin
No,
glass.
can you read what it says at the top?
World.
Oh.
It's set. Is it? So it's glass, not plastic.
Can you see the face?
Not really.
Yeah. I can see
There is a face, but
it's Mickey Mouse, right?
Oh, it's probably from the tiki room. Yeah? Is it a tiki face?
Ah, yeah. So then it has.
It's a tiki mug, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Polynesian
so I
village.
was
Yeah.
sorting out at work and I came across that, and we don't know where it's come from.
Walt Disney World.
Well, yeah, we don't know who's
Where-
owned it because it's not me and it's not Craig. But it's
So Walt
appeared in
Disney
a
World
box
is
at work.
Florida.
They've frozen.
Okay.
I thought you see the face with it.
So I'll tell you what, the guy who did our music for the show, Kurt, he's an expert on this, and he'll know exactly and tell you all about that. So we'll have to put a call into him and see what he comes up with. Okay.
Okay.
That's
One
a
of the-
big drink in there. That's probably some cocktail, and they have big straws coming out of it, so you share it. See?
Ah, right. One of the things that I thought was unusual, but I don't know whether it is or not, is on there it says Walt Disney World. I always thought it was just called Disney World.
Oh, that's down south.
Walt Disney World is in Florida.
Ah, right. There's two.
Yeah.
Correct. The original one is in Anaheim in California.
Ah,
And then they expanded into Florida.
Yeah.
So that is probably from Florida and probably a souvenir somebody brought back.
you
It's a
can
whale.
you can just see the face on it there. It's like
Yeah, it's a tiki face.
It has a face, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's probably highly collectible though, because people who are into things from that are Disney related are fanatical, and it's really large.
Fanatical. Shit.
it says Polynesian Village on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has two different faces. That's a grumpy face, and that's a happy face.
Oh, that's after you've had the drink. See?
So you start out grumpy and then you turn happy.
That's even too small for Nikki's coffee.
Which grumpy and happy are names of the dwarfs as well.
Yeah.
So there's a crossover with dwarf and Polynesian world. In Disneyland, it's I can't remember. I always call it the tiki room.
Yeah.
So it was just basically a room you went into where they had all entertainment and birds singing.
Bunch of birds
yeah,
twerking.
animatronic birds.
Animatronic.
That's what it's
Any
called.
any idea what age that could be then? What year?
That is, I'm guessing it probably 80s.
Right.
Walt Disney World opened in the in the 70s, I think, or late 60s. And it doesn't look 70s and it doesn't look 60s. I would say it's probably 80s to 90s.
Is Walt Disney World still going then?
It is.
I got a second one made. I got 6 actually.
Oh my gosh.
So this one here, we
This
all
is
know.
for the next 12 episodes.
So we know what this is, right? This is like from your neck of the woods. Right?
It's a miner's.
Cat.
So it's got this little. You wear it.
Your head's awfully big, though.
Okay.
Actually, it kind of fits
perfect.
you.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah, it does fit.
Most things don't.
If the hat fits, wear it or something.
He's got
like that,
such
right?
a big brain.
So anyway, this is made of fiberglass, I believe. So it's a kind of a later model. It's not actually, I don't believe, from Wales, down from the west. It's from, I think it's from Pittsburgh or
What does
something
it say
like
up
that.
front?
It says,
Underneath this?
oh, look at that. It says
Could it not be
USA
metal from Wales?
Confro cap.
It's a Comfro cap.
Oh,
See that little, I don't know if you can see that.
yeah.
They can, yeah. And on the other side, it's got a safety dewbridge.
Sticker.
Okay, and inside is all that stuff, all them gubbings in there. But this little light on the front, these are what they call these things. It's like not like a Davies light, is it, or whatever you call it? Has it got a
Is
name
that-
on there?
On the bottom, it has a mark.
Okay, let me see. I can't read it. I have to hold it here for a minute. It says USA Auto Lights,
Autolite.
patented, etc. Okay,
It,
so
it looks like a carbide lamp.
yeah, the carbide. So I guess the carbide comes out of here, and that's the light, right?
The actual gas that the carbide produces is acetylene, the gas.
Yeah.
What is carbide?
Carbide's a powder, a natural powder. And what you do is I don't know whether that's a similar thing. So what you do is you have the powder in the bottom half of it. The top half you would put water in,
Yeah.
and then usually there's a
There you go.
regulator, and it drips water onto it very
Lovely.
slowly. Yeah, so you'd put your carbide in there, screw it on. The top half would have water. You regulate the water so it drips onto the carbide. When the water drips on the carbide, it produces a gas, which is acetylene gas. And you light it on the front, the gas comes out the front.
Oh, you don't know much about these then.
No.
So on the top here, I guess you regulate your the how much gas comes into it for the flame length, right?
Yeah, normally that regulates how much water drips onto the carbide, which regulates how much gas comes off it.
All right.
So carbide must be some sort of derivative of carbon.
Yeah, it's usually a white powder though.
Not black.
Yeah.
And it's just really slots in the front of here. Look. See?
So this is a miner's lamp then,
Yeah.
or cap and lamp?
Yep.
And
there
so
you
did
go.
this come from the same house as the?
Yes.
It looks like
Other
a
one?
Dalek.
So there you go. Premier.
You look like a Dalek.
Huh?
You look like a Dalek.
Dalek, exterminate. Exterminate.
Actually, that helmet actually looks quite old, doesn't it? Even though it's not that old.
Yeah, it is. It's got age to it. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Maybe a bit more information about it. Anybody got any valuation? There's more what I wanted to know what the value of this is. I will be putting it on eBay if you're interested. It looks like it's made of fiberglass, so I would.
When did they start using fiberglass? Anybody know?
No,
It can't be that old.
I guess I would
Google
say
that.
50s, 60s fiberglass. I don't know.
So this is
Well,
pretty
surely
cool.
they
It's
wouldn't
got
use
it's got the
carbide,
hexagon around here for easy to get hold of grip to unscrew it. See,
Yeah.
That's clever.
it's got a little
Yeah.
dent here. Looks like it must have fallen off sometime and got dented.
You
Just a
said
bit
the
like
only
me.
thing, I'm thinking about this is when you're mining, it's very unusual to use anything with a naked flame in case you get an explosion or a pocket of gas. There's no reason though why that couldn't be just a safety helmet for working at night though, is there? Like you said.
Well, I was going in that direction. That
Yeah.
the oil company, they work 24 hours a day.
Yeah, this is not from there.
But it's not from there,
No.
although it could still be possibly that.
I believe.
It's a mirror. A mounted mirror. Oh, look, honey,
look.
you can see yourself.
So it's I don't know if it's part of a telescope or something like that, a reflecting mirror. It's got these little feet on the bottom, and I really don't know anything about it.
It
It
attaches
does
to
look
something.
like it slots into something, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, look.
See, I think Nikki was right. She said it slots into something.
It's spring loaded. Let's
Yeah.
see.
So that would, I think you're right, Nick.
So you can adjust it. So that's all I can tell you on this. Got no idea. I don't even know where I got it from now.
So that would push in and twist
This
about
is a
to
really
lock
thick
into
piece
something.
of glass here.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
definitely
thick.
would push in and then twist and lock
Yeah.
into something. Definitely.
Right. But
Yeah.
what would
Well, it's actually now you can put it on your table and put something really nice on it.
it's
and
a
use
it's
it
a
as
platform mirror at the time. Right now, that's how it'll act.
It's Lawrence's makeup
Do
mirror.
makeup with it.
I'm considering it a platform mirror. You could put perfume bottles on it, on your dressing table.
Yeah. So
It could be military.
it could very well be.
I
Yes.
wonder, would they use something like that to blind the enemy?
I don't know. Or could they use it? Well, they used the signal, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Morse
a
code.
mirror if you have sun in a mirror, it will totally blind you.
Yeah.
This is a mirror in the window.
He's laughing at me, but everybody's had that experience.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's.
Is
right.
there any
There you go.
markings on the back?
No markings again. No.
You'll know what these are. I brought these from work. I've got probably about 50 of these, all different types.
Oh,
Meloto.
no idea. What is it? Spaghetti?
Oh, you know what? It's a roll, isn't it? A player piano roll.
Yeah. So I've got. There's another one here. This one's from Harrods.
Ooh, fancy.
It's only got one here. Maybe Van Gogh's.
So
Harrods in London. I've only brought 3 of them. These are all quite early ones, but I'll show you what they're like. I mean, I'm sure you two have seen these before.
We have several hundreds of them.
Yes,
we do. I have a player piano which I haven't set up yet.
I've got a pianola at work which I restored completely so it works, and that's what these are good for. So then obviously you've got that, and you can. I don't know. You can see the perforations there.
Yeah. Is that Braille?
And the way the pianola works is it works on bellows, which pump air through those holes to create the sound.
Oh.
So I've got.
Bring the pianola with you.
I can sort of give it a tune and play something on it, an impression, and pretend it's a piano. But I like on these, you know, when you look at these things, and again, you're familiar with these, but
it's crazy, isn't it?
Back then, you know, for something like this, your own thing to come in its little box.
Yeah.
And then it has a little string on it, you know, just to undo it with a leather tab on it. You know, and you think of the quality of that.
Yeah. Isn't it beautiful?
And then how do they make the holes to make music? Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And if you said to somebody, you know, them holes make music.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that that's what it does.
Go, holy what?
Holy is that like whistling?
So how? I mean, that is amazing. How does somebody come up with that idea in the first place?
Yeah, I wanted to convert the one I've got, because the one I've got, you have foot pedals on it, so you open a door at the bottom. You can play it like a normal piano, but you can open 2 doors and fold out the foot things, so they've got 2 bellows on the feet, and you pump them, which pumps air through into some bellows inside, which forces the air through these. But I wanted to make it like the ones you see on the cowboy films, you know, where the keys go up and down. You know, when you see a ghost playing a piano. But I looked at it, it was too difficult to do, so I used to just use mine with these.
You shelved that one then?
So this one's a solo in the key of A, just if you're interested.
Key of A?
But yeah, that's all I've got. I've just got 3. Like I say, I brought 3 of these. I've got about 50, but I don't know what this is.
On that for the artwork?
This one is
Harrods, right?
Yeah, this is the Aeolian Company Limited, London and New York. So that's
from America.
That's the Aeolian Company. That's actually the make of the pianola I've got. So I brought 3 of them from work, and I just thought it was just something the younger generation won't have seen.
I don't think you've been quiet that long in a long time.
Is that it? It's a miraculous.
Is that a filter?
A what?
Is it for filtering something?
What's the right thing?
This is the major piece that will. It's got
It's like it, yeah. Or yeah. Do you think butter? A bit big for butter?
I just suggested butter, but Nicky reckons it's too big for butter.
Not butter, no.
Cheese.
So it might. You want to know what it is? What's it say on here?
No, I don't want to know. I used to want to know. Now I don't want to know.
Yeah. You've had enough now.
Well, it's painted in the USA, and you do something like this, and then you collect it in here, and then you tip it out. The whole thing is metal.
You're just going to have to watch the next episode to find out what it is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
I'll make sure to watch the next one to find out.
All right, there
It's
you
really
go.
quite interesting, isn't it?
Tankard.
Look at those beautiful birds. And now the intriguing part on this one is the dates. Okay, 1862 to 1887, right? So that's the only. It's not for drinking coffee, honey. It's
It could be.
It's all engraved. It's quadruple plated, and it does say something on here. So
Nikki said tankard to start with, but then you turned it round and we seen the spout.
Right.
yeah, so it's
No, it's only a half pint.
well, it is
it's a
it is
tankard.
what it is. You can see straight away what it is. But what I'm saying is, what does it commemorate from 1862 to 1887? Okay, beautiful designs on it.
Isn't it amazing how this Victorian stuff was just so beautifully decorated? I mean, there's birds on the spout. It's
It's
the care and
Yes, one of those.
the
It's
detail.
one of those wagtail birds. That.
The
it's
care
when
and
they
the
had proper
detail is
craftsmen
remarkable.
though. They had proper craftspeople then.
Yeah.
People used
this
to
was-
take pride in the work.
So anyway, there you go. So we need to know what it's commemorating. Okay, you got remember it is American. Okay,
So we've got what, a 20-year span there, is there?
25.
25 years.
1862 to 1887.
Remember these plaques I was showing you? Solid oak with coats of arms on them. I don't know what they were used for. They're quite large and they're quite heavy. Even after looking into it, I still don't know what they were used for. I presume just decoration. I'll show you the others quickly and then I'll give you a rough idea of price. So here they are. You can see quite a nice carving on them. And there's the others. They do need a good clean. They've got very dusty here in my workshop. So you've got Richard I, George I, Mary II, Henry IV, George IV, William and Mary, and Edward III. Some of these coats of arms will be familiar to you. And the only thing I can find out about them is price-wise, due to them being quite old and due to them being solid and of a large size, they're worth between £50 and £60 each. The tools I was showing you in the last episode, they are tools I use in my trade. They are used for upholstery, saddle making, anything like that. The particular tools I was showing you are for leather. So starting off with these ones. So what you've got is, and literally what you do, I'll show you, get a piece of leather, tuck the leather in like that, so you can see, and you literally just give them a squeeze, and it gives you a cutout like that. So that's the sort of cutout you get. If you wanted that D shape in the middle of the leather, you literally just fold it over and cut it out, so then you can either end up with a circle or a D shape. So that's what those ones are used for. Those ones are quite old, but not as old as these. These are very, very old. And the reason I tend to buy a lot of antique tools is the quality, the better made, far better made. I'll give you a demonstration of these ones. This last tool, it can be used for webbing because the jaws on it are quite wide. So you can use it as a webbing stretcher, so you'll fasten one end of the webbing and then lever against that knobble to strain the webbing. So it can be used for that. The other thing is it's designed for leather. So what you do is I just temporarily tack this piece of leather on here. So you get hold of your leather like that. So if you look on the side there, you can see that lump, and you use that for levering against, and you'll see the leather there. So that leather's loose. If you're upholstering this, you strain it there, and you can actually see the leather stretching. So then what you would do is you would get a tack. Once the leather's pulled tight, put a tack in it. The other thing you can do is if you put some temporary tacks in like that, holding this, once you're finished, let go, and that bit there, and you knock your tack in with it. So that's what they are. Those antique ones, probably worth about £90. You can buy modern ones for about £20, and they won't last you 18 months.